There was a young man, dear friends. His heart was heavy, full of turmoil. His mind felt like a stormy sea. Confusion seemed to cloud his every day. He walked under a shadow of sadness. Peace felt like a distant, forgotten dream. He longed for quiet, for stillness within. But the unrest just wouldn't go away. This inner struggle was a heavy burden to carry. He felt lost, unsure of which way to turn. This mental anguish touched every part of his life. It made simple tasks feel like mountains. His joy was dim, his laughter was quiet. He felt disconnected from those he loved. The world seemed gray, its colors faded. He wondered if he would ever feel truly light again. This was not the life God intended for him. He knew deep down something had to change. He yearned for relief, for a new beginning, a way out of the overwhelming darkness. He felt like a ship without an anchor, tossed by waves of worry and fear. No clear direction, no guiding star in sight, just the deep, unsettling feeling of being adrift. He searched for answers in many places, but nothing seemed to fill the emptiness inside. This journey through darkness was lonely. He needed something more, something true, something that could calm the raging storm. He was desperately seeking an anchor for his soul. There were moments he felt hopeless, it's true, thinking this heavy feeling might last forever, like a shadow that would never leave his side, believing that his joy was gone for good. But even in the deepest valley, a little light can shine. A tiny seed of hope can begin to grow. God doesn't want us to live in despair. He has a plan for our joy and peace. This young man was on the edge of discovering that. His breakthrough was closer than he knew. One day, in his quiet desperation, a thought came. A gentle whisper, a nudge from above. Perhaps there was a strength greater than his own. He considered turning to God, truly seeking Him. It was a small step, a flicker of new hope. He was tired of fighting the darkness alone. He decided to reach out, to look upward. This was the beginning of his healing journey. A decision to open his heart to divine help. He was ready to explore the path of faith. With a hopeful heart, he took his first steps. Maybe it was a simple, heartfelt prayer whispered low. God, if you are there, please help me. Or perhaps he opened the Bible, searching for comfort. Its ancient words speaking to his modern pain. He might have entered a church, seeking solace, feeling a sense of peace in a sacred space. This act of seeking was an act of courage. It was an admission that he needed God's love. He was vulnerable, yet full of sincere longing. As he started to explore this spiritual path, he didn't always find answers immediately. Sometimes it was a quiet, gradual unfolding, a slow dawning of light in his heart. But he felt a shift, a subtle change within. The heavy weight began to feel a little lighter. He was learning to listen to that still, small voice, the voice of God, offering comfort and guidance. This was a new experience, a gentle awakening. He was on his way to finding true peace. The choice to seek God was a powerful one. It was a conscious decision to surrender his struggle, to place his heavy burdens into loving hands. He was saying, I can't do this on my own, God. I need your strength, your wisdom, your peace. This act of faith opened up a new world, a world where he was not alone in his battles. God was meeting him right where he was, in his pain, in his confusion, in his hope. This was his divine turning point. As this young man embraced his faith, a new understanding began to blossom within him. The pieces of his life started to fit together. Things that once seemed confusing began to make sense. Not all at once, but little by little, day by day. God's wisdom gently illuminated his thoughts. The fog in his mind started to clear. He saw his life through a new lens of hope. Faith was like a key, unlocking inner clarity. He was finding meaning in his journey. He discovered that God is the light, the truth, and the way, especially when life feels dark and uncertain. God's love became a lamp unto his feet, shining brightly, showing him which path to take. No longer did he feel lost in the shadows. The truth of God's presence brought immense comfort. He learned that God's way leads to life and peace. This divine light dispelled the fear and doubt. It was a steady, unwavering beacon of hope. He was walking in the light of God's love. Through prayer and quiet moments with God, a profound sense of peace settled in his heart, a peace that surpassed all understanding. The inner turmoil began to quiet down, replaced by a gentle, calming presence. He learned to cast his cares upon the Lord, knowing that God cared deeply for him. This peace was a gift, a blessing from above. It guarded his heart and his mind. He was experiencing the rest God promises. He realized he was never truly alone in his struggles. God was always there, walking beside him, offering comfort when he felt weak, providing strength when he felt overwhelmed. This divine companionship made all the difference. His burdens felt lighter because he shared them. He was wrapped in God's unfailing love. This understanding brought deep reassurance. He was a beloved child of the Most High God, and God was faithful to see him through. The love and support from his family and friends, combined with his growing faith, created a strong foundation. This love was a reflection of God's love for him. It provided encouragement on difficult days. It reminded him that he was cherished and valued. Faith gave him an anchor in God's promises. Loved ones provided a network of earthly support. Together, these forces helped him to heal and grow. He was surrounded by blessings, tangible and spiritual. This combination was powerful in overcoming obstacles. With God's guidance, he learned to face challenges. Obstacles didn't disappear, but his perspective changed. He approached difficulties with newfound strength and faith. He knew that with God, all things are possible. Each victory, no matter how small, built his confidence. He was no longer defined by his past struggles, but by the overcoming power of God within him. He learned to see challenges as opportunities to trust more. God was teaching him resilience and perseverance. He was walking in victory, one step at a time. Friends, I want to encourage you today. Put your trust in God's plan for your life. He truly has better things in store for you. Even when the path seems unclear or difficult, His ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. Trust that He is working all things for your good. He sees the bigger picture, the beautiful tapestry He is weaving. Believe in His promises, for He is faithful. Your future is bright in His hands. Today, this young man, and perhaps you too, can feel profound gratitude for a sound mind, for the peace that now fills the heart, for the clarity that faith brings to life. Thank God for His healing touch, His gentle restoration. Be grateful for every blessing, big and small. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Remember God's goodness and His unfailing love. He is the source of all good things. Live each day in gratitude, peace, and love, knowing you are favored.